Saturday in the studio, come on in. Lisa and Dave, let the fun begin. Grab your stamps, your paper, your glue. We've got crafty inspiration just for you. Colors and layers, memories to keep. Laughing and creating joy runs deep. Cards and pages made with heart. Let's make some magic. Let's make some.
Morning. My name is Lisa Schmidt, and I am a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator. Thanks for hanging on there. We just, the sound, you know, I don't know about technology, but like it totally is working. Then you come down to do something and it's poof, doesn't work. I don't understand. Anyway, that's why I'm not an IT person. I'm a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator. Morning, Mary Jo. All right, this morning I'm going to show you 2 cards made with the beautiful product of the month. And you know what? The pictures in the catalogs, the flyers, just does not do it justice. The product of the month is amazing. It is so gorgeous. So come on down. Let's take a look at this. I'm going to bring in 1 sheet at a time to show you. So it's called Golden Glow. This is all I have left of this sheet, so we'll have to do with this. Golden Glow. Is this light on? It's not on.
That one doesn't have a light.
Oh,
never has.
So I don't know if you can see. I don't know that you can.
Yep.
Well, see the shimmer a little bit. So the whole thing is like shimmery, and it's I mean it's regular paper, but it feels a little bit thicker than our normal DSP. There is no second side, so that's 1 sheet with these really pretty flowers. And I've seen a lot of cards where people are fussy cutting out this little piece to make that the focal point.
Thanks, Mary Jo.
That's not what I did, but and then there is a sheet with all these pumpkins, which are super fun. Again, I've seen people cutting those out. There's this beautiful decorative sheet with the Golden Glow, probably early espresso, I guess I could look, and really rust. Let's see. The colors are Cajun Craze, Crumb Cake, that's what it is. Crumb Cake, Early Espresso, Golden Glow, and Pecan Pie. That's what I was trying to say, pecan. Anyway, isn't that just so pretty? So fun. And then we've got 1 sheet with just leaves here. There you can see the shimmer and shine on a whole sheet with just the leaves. So pretty. And then I love this one with the acorns. I just think that's really pretty. And you know what? We're coming into fall. Whether you want to or not, time marches on. And we are moving into fall. So I just wanted to show you this because the product of the month, for just $5, you can get this with a purchase of $75 or more. And I mean, this is gorgeous. So Specialty Designer Series paper is $12 or $14. So that's a great, quote unquote gift, if I could call it that. All right. The first card we're going to make, Mary Jo, we made this the other night. So is using a template that I saw. I'll show you that in a moment. But you basically take your regular 4¼ by 11, and then you just cut off. I'm going to do it this way. You just cut off 1 piece. It doesn't really matter which way that would be. And so here's the piece that I cut off. The screen. There we go. There's the piece that I cut off. And then I cut a piece of Golden Glow.
Hi, Tina. Hi, Terry.
I actually go a little bit smaller. So this, if I went in 1/4 inch, it would be 4 by 5¼ But I find with the angle cut, I go in a little bit further. So it's really actually 3 3/4 by 5, and then cut that in half. So this one I actually impressed with Forever. I think it's called Forever Plaid. I literally just looked it up and then I forgot it. And with the Golden Glow. Now, I love this one because it's so big. You can do 2 sheets at the same time, actually 4 because you could double it, and then just cut it in half. Now, for this, it doesn't matter which way this goes, right? So it could go this way. It doesn't matter. Technically, that's like the bottom side, but it still has imprint and texture, so that doesn't matter. Or it could go this way, right? Either way, great. When you use a design that has a definite direction, that's not the case though. So this one obviously cannot go here. It could go here, right? If I turn that around. But the other half of this is an upside down image. So I wouldn't use it like that, right? If it was on this side. So just if you're using something with an image, you kind of have to be a little bit more careful because half of it you're going to have to find something else to do with it. All right, so we're going to do it like this. Let's go ahead and get some things adhered on. I don't see any adhesive, Dave. I might need you to get some. I don't even see any glue. Here, let me just lick it, but I'm just kidding. All right, so while he gets that, so we are going to, it's going to look like a card that maybe opens. Thank you. And like a card pulls out, but that's not what it's going to look like. So let's start by, I'm going to start by putting this one on. All right, so this is our Golden Glow. Oh, so pretty. Much prettier than I realized, honestly. And this, I'm going to put this, I can go right up to the edge if I want, or I could leave a little border there. I'll go ahead and leave that little border like that. And then we'll do the same thing on this side. And whoa, whoa. Do you see what's happening there? That's because the fibers in the paper are really thin. They've been kind of pulled apart and it's sticking to my finger. So I think I'm going to use this other glue because you know how that goes sometimes. There we go. Whoop. And this glue actually, there we go. That's fine. There we are. Okay. So let's flip that over. And I'm going to put this on this side right here. Same thing. Do my little, leave a little border on all sides. All right. This is going to get glued. Now, you could make it so that you attach here and you open this way. You'd have to score this and you'd have to do a little bit, you have to make your inside piece a little bit smaller. That's not what we're going to do. We're actually going to adhere this. I want the pretty one on top. So we're going to adhere this like that. So I just want to put, I'm just going to turn it this way for a moment. I want to line up my card right here, this piece on top. And I only want to put adhesive where there's this piece covering it. So I'm going to go here and here and here. And that should do it. Make sure this is lined up again on all the sides. Yes, it is. And then I'm going to close that because now that's my card. Oh, tricky, tricky. All right, we are going to, inside I have a 4 by 5 1/4 piece of vanilla. And we're going to go ahead and stamp on that. I'm going to stamp I'm going to show you the stamp and you're going to think, oh, where's that from? Well, it's from a new set. This one says grateful for you. I'm going to stamp it right in the middle. That's going to show on the top there. Not a pretty font. I really like it. And we'll go ahead and put adhesive on this. Boom, 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 boom. This is so pretty. There we go. Just like that. Okay. Oh, that's where I'm going to write something. It's right there on my finger. Okay. So there is the main part of our card. There's the whole card. I'm looking for, and I can surely find some. I'll just use a pencil. I just wanted to, I don't know where my bone folder is. That's okay. I'm just going to go ahead and I want that to lay flat. And one way to get it to lay flat is to burnish it. I will come back to that. But before I do that, I got to show you, I don't know how many of you have the foil system, but this stamp set coming out in September, look how cute this is. Lustrous leaves, hot, thank you, love, hot foil dies. Now, what that means, this is the die to cut out. This is what's going to foil. So let me just show you. I already foiled them, so I foiled again. So this one is the one that you would foil. This one is what I'm going to use to die cut out the foil. And then look at all these. I think we decided there are 14 of these little leaves. So let me show you what that created. That created some really beautiful, let me hold that up so you can see it. Some really beautiful leaves with the gold is what I use, not that one. I'll come back to that one in a moment. The ones that have just the outline. There we go. Just the outline. And then these, I actually cut 2 layers like that. You can see I cut 2 layers at a time. So I will just, I kind of scrunch them a little bit and then pull them apart. That gives me my 2 layers. The only one it didn't really work with was this one because it split it right in half. So that one we will just throw away. Okay, so this is part of this is going to be our focal point. However, Stampin' Up! Now has, coming out again in September, the plate that I can use the leftover. So when I use this, there's a whole bunch of gold left over because that's all the gold I took off. So when I use, then I put down the gold on a piece of paper, and when I die cut it out, I get this background. So all the gold came out except for these pieces. We'll have to do one with that another time, but hopefully that makes sense. It is so very pretty, and I can use all the gold. So when I peel up the gold, it's clear. There's no more gold on it, which I really like, being able to use all that, not feeling like I'm wasting it. So that again is this Lustrous Leaves hot foil dies. Love it, love it. And a plate, a regular plate. So let's bring our card back in and we'll create something with these. I'll grab some dimensionals here and put some right as a focal point in the middle. Ooh, I have one thing I'm going to add before I stick that on. Be so proud. I don't want to forget my gold striped ribbon. I'm just going to put a little piece of ribbon right underneath there. That one's going that way, so I'll do that. Ooh, that was a big one. All right, let's fix that first. Yeah. This one. I think it's this one. Let's fix that. There we go. All right, so let's go ahead and, because what I'm going to do is stick this on at the same time I am sticking this on. I'm going to put more dimensionals on this, but that's going to hold it, so I don't have to deal with tape or whatever. Okay, and I'm going to trim that. I kind of want them to be even. So I'm going to just trim a little bit off that one. There we go. All right, let's go ahead and add a few more dimensionals on here. I'm going to stick one there. That'll hold that piece of ribbon down, and then maybe just one up here. There we go. All right, so this leaf I'm going to have go kind of like that. Ooh, I did one. No, I didn't. I was going to say that you have to make sure you don't put any dimensionals up here. Yes, I did a little bit. So I'm just going to tuck that down so it's a little bit more of at an angle. Totally fine. This one I'm going to stick up here. So I'm just going to put a little bit of adhesive on that. Maybe a dimensional on this side. And put that one there. Pretty. And then for my third, you know, I was like 3s. I'm going to use one of these of the 15 or 14, whichever, little ones. And I think I'll go with the maple because I don't have that one in this little design. So I could put it there. I could tuck it in the top. I'm going to put it here and just put adhesive on that and pop it in. Ooh, I just pulled it apart a little bit, but that's okay. Pop it in right there. Okay. Isn't that so pretty? I just think that is. And how fun you think, oh, I'm going to pull this out. No, you're not. You're going to open it like that. And it looks like I need a touch more glue right here. So let's just put a little more adhesive on that. Seal that down. There we go. What do you think? Isn't that
Beautiful.
great? It's so pretty. And I love that I used the same leaves, but this one I used the dies to cut out. So I used the dies to foil it. And this one I used just the plate and the leftover from that one. So super cool. I have one more card to show you. Dave's going to go ahead. I'm sure you have something.
I do.
Something for us, Dave.
As you know, for everything you ever could possibly need, go to thestamperstudio.com. Once you're there, sorry, I just have to fix this one little thing that's bugging me. Once you're there, you will see you can go ahead and order products. I will come back to that. But the thing I want to draw your attention to is Sweets in Season is coming. Sweets in Season is our next mega event that we host with our friends Amy and Tracy. And hey, you may notice we have started to add some new branding. We've decided to start calling our collective group My Creative Escapes. So you will start to see that on all of our events. We'll be launching a new website soon with that. But My Creative Escapes brings you Sweets in Season. Sweets in Season is 9 hours of Stampin' Fun. It will be on Friday, September 25th and Saturday, September 26th. When you sign up for Sweets in Season, you get access to all 9 hours of our broadcasting. We also record them all, so if you can't be there for all 9, you can go back and watch the recordings later. During those 9 hours, each session, we will be featuring 3 sweets or bundles or kind of sweets we've created ourselves of the new products from the new catalog. So obviously with the ones coming up, it is going to be a lot of fall and winter and Christmas. Great fun things. By the end of September, we will be ready for that. But that is happening September 25th and 26th. You have 2 options for signing up. One is our all-inclusive option. For $75, you get access to all of the broadcasts, you get access to the recordings, you get all the digital instructions for everything, and you get your party box filled with make and takes for every single suite that we feature. So 9 make and takes are a part of your fun party box, as well as some other treats and goodies that we toss in. Now, if you're like, you know what, I have a lot of stuff I want to just use my own, that's fine. You can go $50 and get the digital only. You get everything I just listed except the party box filled with your make and take supplies. So the times are going to be Friday from 7 to 10, Saturday from 9 to noon, and then from 1 to 4. And like I said, if you can't make all those times, we do record them so you can go back and see them. Or if you just want to go back and watch because you want to take another look at everything that we're making, you can do that as well. So Sweets in Season coming up. You have to register by September 8th because we need time to cut everything, get it to you, get it all done. So register now. There's a link right there at thestamperstudio.com, or you can just go directly to sweetsinseason.com and you'll be taken right there and you can sign up for our next event. Now, the other thing I just wanted to mention is when you click to shop products, one of the things that you will see there is currently there is a designer series paper sale going on now until the end of August. Yes.
Can I just say something? It's not even just designer series paper. It's cardstock. It's two-tone cardstock.
Yes.
And there's over 25 of each of those categories.
Wow.
Yeah.
So
like
25 different things that are on sale. You can see some of them featured right here. Some of our in
Over
color.
25.
Yes, over 25 things. DSP, two-tone cardstock, all of this fun stuff available for you right now. Great, amazing bonuses. So hey, you could go ahead and order some of your favorite designer series paper or cardstock, order $75, and then you can get the item we're featuring today for just $5. So
Yeah.
What a great opportunity. Just wanted to draw that out that cardstock and DSP sale is going on from now until the end of August.
And of course, if it runs out of something, then oh well.
Exactly.
So sorry.
Order soon.
Yeah. All right. This next card I want to make, it's a definite fun fold. And believe it or not, we're making this at Card Cafe today. It's not hard. There's just a lot of pieces, but they're all done for you. So
Let me just answer something before you go on.
Oh, sure. Sorry.
So Diane is asking, what is the difference between the hot foil and regular embossing?
Thank you for asking that. So hot foil is, regular embossing is this little leaf.
Raised and textured.
Yes. So that's regular embossing. Hot foil is, and I'll do another broadcast on this, I've done several, but I'll do another one.
Well, that's the dry embossing. There's embossing powder, which gives you
Oh,
a different
is that what you're
effect.
asking?
Yes.
I see. Sorry. Regular embossing is I would stamp with embossing powder with a Versamark, put embossing powder on it, and then it raises up the.
You have to heat it with the heat tool.
You heat it and it raises up. Got it. So why would you spend the money? Because I can do so much more with my, that's a great question. With my, for example, I can do so much more with my dies here than I can, like this, I don't have stamps for this. There are no stamps, there are only dies. And I really love that I can cut these out all at the same time. And it's just not as messy. That's also, it's just not a messy thing. It's super quick and easy.
I also find the foil system has far more fine detail. When you're using embossing powder, I feel like with a fine powder, you can get some detail, but I feel like with the foil system, I'm seeing a lot cleaner, crisper lines lot more fine detail in what you're able to foil.
Yeah, that's a really good point. So hopefully that answers your question. Let us know. Hi, Heidi.
Hi, Heidi.
All right, so this is our standard half sheet. It is 8.5 by 4. Nope, it's 8.5 by 5.5. There we go. And just scored at my 4 1/4, like always. And then I am going to, I did another score line, and that score line is at 2 7/8. So it's almost at 3, but not quite. It's actually half of 4 1/4. I'm going to turn my card this way. Okay. I've got my beautiful designer series paper that I have cut at 2 7/8. Sorry, 2 7/8 by 2 6/8. Hang on a second. Let me just measure. All of a sudden, I realized I did that wrong.
6/8 would not be.
No, 2 7/8. 2 7/8. Did I make a mistake on this? What I said, I might have made a mistake on my dimension. So 4.5. What's half of 4 1/4? Oh, 4. That's why 2 1/8. So sorry, 2 1/8. There we
Yes,
go.
there
2
you go.
1/8. I was like, something's not right. So then this is 2 7/8 by 5 1/4. There we go. And we can decide which one we want on the front. I'm going to put on, I think I'm going to put this one on the front. I really like that Cajun color. So let's grab some DSP. I just think this is really cool. I saw this and I was like, ooh, I like that. Oops, other way. This way? No, this way. We'll do it this way. All right, so we'll get that centered. We're going to take the other DSP and put it on that other little piece right there. So just to decorate that little piece right here. And then same size, so 2 7/8 by 5 1/4. Then this designer series paper comes with, ooh la la, the sentiments. I haven't shown you that yet, but come back Monday and I will show you. So 2 7, this one is just our standard going in 1/4 inch on all sides. So 4 by 5 1/4. And I'm going to put that up there. Great. So far, so good. I have Golden Glow, and this Golden Glow I have cut at 3.5 by 7, and then you just score it at 3.5. So this is going to go like this. Ooh, isn't that pretty? It's going to be so fun. I love this fun fold because it's not difficult, but it's so cute. All right, so pop that in there. I'm going to center it here, just like that. And inside is where I'll put my little sentiment. This is 3 1/4 by 3 1/4, so that I can write something very kind to somebody. Let's get that. There we go. Just like that. Okay. So far, that's what I've got. Now, here's my pretty designer series paper again, the Golden Glow. And I'm thinking. I think I'm going to do it this way. I could do it sideways. I think I'll do it this way, though. I like that. So this, of course, because this is 3 1/2, this is going to be 3 1/4, same as that inside piece. Same as the inside piece. And I will take a picture of this that I'm reading off of, the DSP strips, the DSP square, which is inside and this, and then the top base, and where we're scoring our Cajun at. Okay. It's coming together so pretty. All right. The next thing I'm going to do is in that same stamp set that I'll show you on Monday with the designer series paper is this sentiment, which says, sending caring thoughts, which I thought was a very sweet phrase. So I'm going to put this on here, sending caring thoughts in Cajun Craze. We'll go ahead and stamp that. And then we're going to attach this right onto here. And this could be any size. I just went, this is literally a 1/2 inch. So this is a little bit less than a 1/2 inch. Sorry, this is 3/4 of an inch. This is a 1/2 inch. And I wanted to, basically you just want to make something that's going to pop up a little bit. And whatever your sentiment is, make it just the same size, a little bit bigger than your sentiment. All right, this we're going to use some little dimensionals because this is going to be our easel for our card. Ooh la la. Goes off and that off. There we go. All right, so this is the easel. We're going to put this, when this is open, this is going to sit like that. I don't know if you like that. So this is going to sit kind of like that. Okay, so let's see, when it's closed, it sort of covers it a little bit, like that. A little bit covered, but when you open it, you read it, and then this sits, oops, this sits just like that once you use your, this sits like that. So it's a little easel sitting like that. Now we just need a focal point, right? Right here, we need something. So I'm going to use those same leaves. Why not? Because they're so fun. That was a good question, Diana. I was thinking, they're so fun. The embossing is just different than this embossing. I see what you're asking, and that does make sense. All right. Let's stick this one all the way down. So I have all the same kinds of leaves left here. Actually, I'll go in the middle. I was trying to go down on the side because of the image, but I'm not going to do that. I'm going to go right in the middle. And we'll just make some leaves. We'll put on some little leaves in Golden Glow. And put a little adhesive here. Stick that there. Just a little like bundle of leaves. I think I'm going to take a... I have to look at the back to see which ones have this one. I'm going to put this one down here. Just a little. I'm really not centered, am I? Let's switch this over. Kind of want this to be in the middle as your focal point. There we go. I'll just put one more leaf right there, and that'll cover up that space. Use this one. Because once we make our little leaves right here, that was actually upside down, but that's okay. I'm going to put one more leaf. Let me get one more up here. Sure. And then I'm going to put a little twine right. One more leaf. Let's put this one on top, little ones on top. This one and that. There we go. I think that'll be fine. And then I'm going to take some twine. I'm just going to make a bow and put it right in the middle. So it doesn't really matter what my leaves don't have to be perfect, but I'm going to do a double here, and that gives it some good thickness. Except my bow was too short. There we go. And then we'll cut this little end. Just a simple bow. Made this card with our Pooh stuff. Oh, so fun, Diane. That's awesome. Love that. There we go. Pull that down. Just have this nice little bow. All right, let's grab scissors here and chomp, chomp. Yeah, so I'll just stick that right in the middle, and then you don't really see it. You just see color in leaves that are so pretty. All right, put that there. And then when you open it, you've got Sending Caring Thoughts, and you've got a little easel to sit it on, to have it sit on like that. Isn't that fun?
Heidi, I did talk about Sweets in Season, our virtual event at the end of September. Registration is live, and you can get more information at sweetsinseason.com, or just go to thestamperstudio.com, and we have a link to it there.
All right, so don't miss that Golden Glow. It is absolutely designer series paper. It is so very pretty. There was one thing I wanted to show you. Remember on this one I was talking about the direction? I actually copied this card from my friend Amy Rich, and this one, neither of these, this is embossed with the Winnie the Pooh 100 Acre Wood. Neither of these have a direction. And that's probably an easier way to make this card, because like I said, now I have all these upside down, if I could call it that, but this piece of the designer series paper that I have to figure out what to do with. So anyway, and I think this could use, I really like those little pearls there. I might add something on those. That's really fun. All right, that's what I have for you. Pull in this little fall card. We have one tree that the leaves just immediately start to fall. I'm like, it's already falling, and that's okay. They're colored leaves, and they're nice bright colors, and they're starting to fall.
And they land in our stream.
And land in the stream, that's right. All right, friends. Well, I look forward to seeing you. Some of you I know are coming like today, so that's great. and for Card Cafe. Otherwise, I will see you on Monday, where I'm going to share with you another a whole new fall suite that's available in September. All right, friends, happy stamping. Have a great Saturday.
Saturday in the studio, come on in. Lisa and Dave, let the fun begin. Grab your stamps, your paper, your glue. We've got crafty inspiration just for you. Colors and layers, memories to keep. Laughing and creating joy runs deep. Cards and pages made with heart. Let's make some magic, let's make